Hey YouTube, just want to show a little bit of my radio setup. For anybody that's new to my channel, some of you have been around, you've seen some of this. I've added to it. Gave this CB, it's a 40 channel. I don't have an antenna hooked to it right now, but it's a full 40 channel CB. No modifications to it, it's just factory. Bought this the other day, just the prepper mindset, I guess. You know, 2 is 1, 1 is none. This is a little bit older model than this, which are both from the 70s. But this one only does 23 channels. My antenna's in a terrible place. Every once in a while I hear somebody talking, but I need to get it up high. But been playing around with it, and I haven't communicated with it, but just I'm gonna key the mic. Hello, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. Seems to be putting out. So I think it's a good CB. Supposedly it was tested and tuned and all that stuff. And I can hook these to DC power as well, so I can hook it to a car battery. Got this old what I call a lollipop. They call a lollipop mic, which it'll work the ham radio or the CB. I got it with this CB when it was gave to me, and also, excuse mess, I was doing repairs at one time. Got this amp, which I hadn't messed around with it. It turns on, the tubes light up, but I hadn't tried to see if it works yet. That's my old full-blown ham radio that I almost fixed. I improved it, but it was still just lacking a little something, so I'm just holding on to it for parts. When I got the money, I went ahead and bought a rig that was guaranteed to work. Really wasn't a lot of money, about 400 bucks. So I mean, if you price ham radios, that's pretty cheap, really. It's an old tube radio. It's in a metal case, just like these, which I feel is its own Faraday cage. So opinions may vary on that, but anyway, I got an antenna tuner I picked up used. The guy I bought this radio from, he also had this old factory speaker, external speaker. It's got one under here, but it's not very loud. So that was kind of neat. It was, you know, only like 50 or 60 bucks. I only have my technician license, so I can only talk on 10 meters and a certain narrow bandwidth. I hadn't really played around with that, but I can talk on the 2 meter and 70 centimeter. I have 2 of these Wouxons, or whatever you say. And I bought this Bofong here the other day. Pretty cool little radio.
Get a coil started and then pick it up and just roll it like you're rolling it like
so
you're
there's some people talking there. Now I can just talk to them because I do have my license. Technician grade license. I need a general license to really talk on like the frequency I have this on right now.
Home here in Georgia with it, so
this guy's in Georgia doing some kind of a call-in.
Thank you for the time, and I'll let you get on to the next person, and you have a good evening, and I'll sit back and listen. W8 to WDF. Okay, Bill, appreciate you checking in the Night Watch today. This is K4 WNZ, Ron in Alto, Georgia with the Night Watch. We're going to clear with W8 WDS, Bill in Cincinnati, Ohio. And we're going to pick up one of our other NCSs, WB9 JSO, Mike in Champaign, Illinois. Take it away.
Not coming out. See, that's the problem sometimes, and it might be just my old radio, and I think it has a lot to do with my antenna. I got plans to get my antenna up higher. Sometimes I only hear one part of the conversation. I can actually hear that guy talking, but it's so muffled and so low I can't make it out. But I'm almost positive it's my antenna. And it's just a homemade dipole antenna. I just need to get it up higher. It's just not high enough. The trees are blocking it. So anyway, there's my ham radio setup. And on this old radio, let me turn that down. It receives fine, and it'll put out on AM. It will not broadcast on the USB and LSB, the single sidebands. But in a pinch, I could broadcast with AM on this, so it's not a total piece of junk radio. Plus, it's got good parts in it, tubes and what have you. So, let's see what else have I bought. Now I got a SWR meter. This is for the 2-meter, 70 centimeter radios in case I make my own antenna, or like this one I bought, which is a good bug out bag antenna where you can really get out. Or even for here, it's basically a J-type, J-pole antenna. But anyway, if you don't know ham, you don't know what that is. So anyway, but that way I can check and tune radios and what have you. So, and that's what that little, it just screws right into the radio, and then I run the cable to there. And anyway, just my little base station here. And that old map is, my dad used to sell real estate, and he had that thing for years. It's a little map of Greenville County from who knows when, the early 80s or something. It's probably so out of date, who knows, but it just looks cool behind the radios. It's like I'm plotting out my world domination. Anyway, yeah. But just a little radio update. For the new people, and this is my Shit Hit the Fan Communications Center. And anyway, that's what I got so far. See you later, YouTube.